So what I'll do is I'll show you a PIQ form and I'll explain to you each and every point on that form, because filling up PIQ form is very important, because this is the first contact that the psychologist is having about you. Before he assesses your other WAT, TAT, SRT, he reads your self-description. And this self-description form gives him an idea exactly what you are. And then this is compared with the whatever you have done in those 3 tests. And that is how they try to form an opinion about you and find out if there is any contradiction in your personality, or you're trying to say different things about the same thing about. Those 15 qualities that he's trying to see, he just tries to see whether is there a contradiction or not. Secondly, this PIQ is also very important for the IO. When he's interviewing you, he will be interviewing you on the basis of this PIQ form. So as far as the intelligence interviewing officer is concerned, you see, some of you will, all of you will have different backgrounds, different levels of experience, different levels of competencies. But that does not mean that you do not have those 15 qualities that he's looking for. Because as I gave you the example earlier, when we say, okay, factor 1, say organizing ability. You may be studying in Delhi in St. Stephen's or modern school. You may be organizing a lot of events, say blood donation, sports events. You may be organizing parties for yourself. But at the same time, if you come from a rural background, where you study in a government school, where you don't have access to very many things around, that does not mean that you are not organizing things for yourself. You organize yourself for going to school every day. Maybe you are helping your father who's a farmer. So in case you have to plow your field, sow seeds. If you are from a background, let's say a rural background, so you would be helping your father, or you're doing it yourself. Even if you're farming, you have some kind of a organizing ability. You have to plan on, let's say, plowing your field. Is it to be done with a tractor? It is to be done with a plow. Thereafter, sowing seeds, maybe giving water, etc. Watering your fields, and maybe you're harvesting your fields, maybe selling that harvest. So all these procedures involve a bit of a organizational ability. So this is what he's checking. Do you have that organizational ability or not? So do not be under the impression that, look, I have to be somebody very high. My achievements have to be very high. No. You may not have had brilliant academic career, but it should be just about okay. You may not have had a brilliant sports career, but it should be okay. That means you can always do it. So that is how the qualities are checked. So when you fill this up properly, so he is going to ask you questions as per that only. Like if you are, let's say, from a rural area, or a, let's say, border area, or some kind of a backward areas, tribal areas, he's not going to ask you questions about NASA. He'll not ask you about rocket technology. He'll not ask you about very fancy things. You will be asked questions about your environment, wherever you come from. So as long as you confidently address those issues, that your interview goes all right. Rest, whatever is required in the army, that will be taught to you over there. Here he is only testing whether you have an aptitude or not, whether organizing abilities are there or not, reasoning ability is there or not, your courage is there or not, speaking skills are there or not. Speaking skill doesn't mean that you need a very high-fi English, wonderful vocabulary, nothing of that sort. Speaking skills is only that you are able to convey your point in whatever language you know properly to the person who's standing opposite you. Similarly, your factor 2 and factor 3, are you social? You have a chopal in your village. You have some kind of a congregation amongst your friends, even in a village. Do you adjust well with them? Do you play with them? Do you sort of discuss things with them or not? That is all is required. And then suppose there's a problem and the same group is there. Let's say something is happening next to your village, some accident occurs. Are you able to influence the people or not? Are you showing the courage or not? So all these things are checked as per your things, your environment, which you will give into your PIQ. So we will see PIQ form now. All of you can have a look at this thing. Say yes in your chat, all of you. You can see the form? Okay. So what is the first column is selection board, number and place. So when you get a call letter, it will say number 2 A4 selection board Dehradun, or number 5 is a selection board Allahabad or Bhopal or Bangalore or whatever. So that thing is to be filled over here. Your batch number will be given to you. Once you reach there, you can ask them what is the batch number. So it could be whatever you fill in that here. These have to be correctly filled in. Don't make a mistake over here. And then chest number, whatever has been allotted to you, that you fill up over here. And then UPSC roll number, whatever you have got in your CDS exam, or whatever reference number, that roll number, whichever you got. So these are this is the first serial. All 4 information should be correctly filled in. Then is your name. Now this has to be filled up as per whatever, when you applied for the this thing, whatever your name is there, and please fill it up in the capitals. And capitals, you should practice filling it up. The letters should be of equal strength. It should not be unequal sort of a thing. So whatever is your name, fill up in capitals and equal numbers. You practice for this. Then next is your father's name. You write over here Shri or engineer or doctor or whatever. Don't just write Atmaram. If your father is an engineer, doctor, or advocate, whatever, write that. And if nothing is there, then you write Shri. And if you have to write your mother's name, you write Shrimati or doctor, engineer. What point I'm trying to tell you is, just don't write Sunil Yadav. You have to have some kind of a address, because you are addressing your father or your mother. You have to be polite and you have to take the name with respect. And if your father or mother happens to be in the armed forces, so write whatever the rank is there. Whether even if he's a Sipahi, so write Sipahi. Like if he's in infantry, it will be rifleman. If it is a artillery, it will be a gunner. If it's a engineer, it will be a sapper. So you should know what your dad or your mom, where they are, and how should the name written. Sunil Yadav should not be written as Sunil Yadav. Okay, that point is correct. And next is place of maximum residence, place, district and state. Now this is the place, like you are 18, 19 years old. So wherever maximum you stayed in your life. Let's say you are from Delhi, or let's say Najafgarh, but then you are now settled in Bangalore, or you are working in Bangalore for the last 2 years. But 17 years you have stayed in Najafgarh. So write Najafgarh, whatever district, state, Delhi. Najafgarh comes in Delhi, or Faridabad, Haryana. Like you write your name of the place, the village where you stay, or the city where you stay, then put a comma, and then you put the district, whichever district it falls in, and again a comma, and whichever state it falls in. This should, in fact, I would recommend you fill up entire form in capitals only. Do not do running at all. Running letters will expose your handwriting, so you fill up everything in capitals. But it is very important, because you see, here the instruction says place, district and state. So maximum residence, place, district and state must be written properly. Similarly, present residence. Now you are in Bangalore, with district Bangalore, state Karnataka. So it should be Bangalore, comma, Karnataka. Likewise. And then comes your permanent residence. Similarly, same, place, district and state. So maximum residence, where you stayed the maximum, and present residence, wherever you are staying right now, and permanent resident, whichever is permanent resident. Now this permanent resident could be max residence the same. It could be same as present residence also. Because permanent resident, you may have stayed maximum time there only. Or maybe you're still, all three would be same. That also is possible. Like you belong to a particular place, you never moved out ever. You stayed in there only. So max residence is also same. Present is also same. Permanent is also same. So this should be as per your documents which you had filled up once you had applied for the appear for the test, or whichever application you have filled in for the first time. Now next serial comes, serial number 5 is your fill in the details below, that is a state and district. Now again you have to write your which state, the same one which you have filled up on top. State, which state you belong to, and which district you belong to. And next is your religion. Now, don't show bravado over here, all India. None. Nothing of that sort. You should religiously write whether you are Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, Buddhist, Jain, whatever you are. And it should all be in capitals. Whether SC or ST. If SC, ST you are there, you say yes. If you are not, if you are general category, write no. Then mother tongue, say what is your mother tongue. It could be Hindi, Punjabi, English, Dogri, Bhojpuri, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, whatever. Okay. Then is what is this? What is this supposed to be? A place of birth? Hai? Yeah, I think place of birth. So write whichever is your place of birth. And then married, single, widower. You have to write whatever. And most of the cases it should be single. So far, so good. Are you clear about it? Put your hands up if there are any questions about it.
So I have a doubt, Nilakshi Losa. Yes, sir. You said in the fifth question, you said that the state and the district should be same. Sir, in my case, I have stayed in Pune since my 4th standard, but I belong to Gujarat, Surendranagar district. So what should I write?
No, but tell me, in any of your academic documents, have you mentioned about Gujarat ever?
Sir, only in my birth certificate.
Okay. So you write over here Pune, Maharashtra. Okay. Because that's where you stayed the maximum.
Okay. So, but sir, don't you think then IO will ask me a question because I'll be writing my mother tongue as Gujarati?
Okay. But Gujarati stay in Maharashtra also. If you remember, Maharashtra and Gujarat were only one state till 1969.
Yes, sir.
So they were one state. So you could be anywhere. And if he asks you, you can clarify that, yes, I was born in Gujarat. But then, like you're telling me now, ever since my class 4, I am in Pune. Period.
Yes, sir.
That has no, implications whatsoever. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can we have the form, please? Any other question? Yeah, Sandeep Dubey, any question?
Hello, sir. Sir, in the form in 4th B section, it is written in Hindi, स्थान की अनुमानित जनसंख्या सहित.
No, this place is, just read it again. I think इसमें लिखा हुआ है. Dubey, say what it is. I can't read it here. It's too small for me.
Sir, in Hindi, it is written स्थान की अनुमानित जनसंख्या सहित.
Okay. अनुमानित जनसंख्या means जहाँ पे आप रहते हो, उसकी normal, what is the normal population over here? Like Delhi.
Of our village.
Yeah, bolo.
Sir, of our village or the district or the means I'm living in Delhi. So should I write population of?
It is village or city where you stay. Now, what is the purpose of this? Like you may say some village, let's say in Andhra Pradesh, but IO or the psychologist doesn't know that village at all. It's not a very famous village, isn't it? So when you write over there, population is 1,50,000 or 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs or 25,000, 10,000, or if you come from northeast where smaller villages are there in mountains, come from Uttarakhand mountains. So IO knows that you belong to a place which is not very, very advanced or very big or with a lot of facilities. So aim of all this information is to judge your whatever capabilities that you likely to have, so that when the questions are pitched to you, they are as per that only, and they do not go against you, because IOs and psychologists' aim is not to reject you. Their aim is to select you as much possible. So they're trying to see, in case you have the qualities, those 15 qualities, you must be taken in. And I've already explained to you right in the beginning that if a reasoning quality or a organizing capability or thinking capability or cooperation or influencing the group or determination, this does not, it's independent of which place you belong to, because these qualities are applicable wherever you are. Is that point clear to all of you? Participant box, if you understand. So it does not matter that these qualities will be there only with you only if you are from, let's say, Delhi, or you've been to UK, or you've been to America, or you are in a metropolitan city, or you studied in a very good school. These qualities can be there with you even if you studied in a government school in a far-flung area, because these are basics of your life. Are you social with the others or not? You can be social in a village where you have only 5,000 people. Population is only 5,000. You have to organize yourself in that village also. If nothing else, if it's not agriculture, at least you get up in the morning. You have to wear good clothes, clean clothes. You have to wash your clothes. Somebody has to give you food. You have to have your food. Somebody has to make it. So all this involves thinking, organizing, reasoning, social adjustment, etc. So these 15 qualities are nothing but your basic abilities which are required for the army, and rest, whatever army needs or air force needs or the navy needs, that will be taught in the academies. So you don't worry about those. So is that point clear? So that is why the aim of this PIQ is to understand what strata you come from, so that when you are tested as per that strata conditions only, so that it does not become something very difficult question, rocket science for you. Okay, so you start wondering ki kya karna hai abhi. So you have to be natural self, give the correct information so that he makes you more at ease, and thereafter you are able to answer those questions at the way you are supposed to answer. Is that clear now, all of you? If you understood everything, put yes in your chat box, all of you. Okay, any more questions or we proceed further?
Sir, we have to write everything in capital letters, say like Najafgarh, NAJAFGARH, everything in capital.
That is why I'm saying, because you may not have good handwriting. And while writing in a running letter, you may crook it up. So if it is writing in capital, it is understandable, and there is every possibility that the neatness also comes. That is why I've told you as a thumb rule, write everything in capitals. Okay, if not alive, your age at the time of father, mother's death. So you have to say yes. If your father is not alive or mother is not alive, first is yes or no. So write correct answer, parents alive. So this is now coming to serial 6. So 6 alpha is parents alive, say yes or no, if whatever the thing is. And if not alive, then what was your age? Now this is important to know. If you lost your father at the age of 2, your mental makeup is likely to be different from the person whose father is there or mother is there. So this is basically to judge you over there. Now serial 6 I've told you. Then come to father. Now parents and guardians, occupation, income. If your father or guardian, all this thing there. Father's name over here, education, occupation, and income per month. If your mother's name, again I said when you write father's name, mother's name, guardian's name, you must write the salutation. Don't just write Atmaram, Nitarani, or Govindaram. Even for that matter, elder brothers, sisters, younger brothers, sisters, everyone should be addressed at least Shri, Shrimati, or Kumari or Kumar. Okay, Mr., Mrs., Miss, MS. So its name should not be. It should be written with respect. And then their education, occupation, and income. So this will again tell the IO and the GTO as to exactly what your circumstances are like. So thereafter, this is how the serial 6 goes. Now come to serial 7. So now it comes your qualification, educational record, commencing from matriculation, that is 10th class onwards. So matric or higher secondary, name of your school, what board and which university is it part of it, and which year did you complete that. If you gave your 10th, if you finished your 10th class exam in 2015, so this should be, let's say, June 2015 when you awarded the certificates. And what is the division of the marks or CGPA, whatever that is written here. Then medium of instruction, Hindi, English, or local language, or whatever. So were you a boarder, that is, were you a hosteler, or you are a day scholar going to school every day. And if you had any outstanding achievement during this time, that is to be written over here. Write all this in capital. Similarly, 10 plus 2. Now this, if you done 10th in 2015, it will be 2017. Same thing. which institution, name of the institution, and which board university it is part of it, which year, percentage, same thing. And likewise, graduation, post-graduation, or whatever professional educational thing you have already acquired. So this is how it is to be filled. Any doubts, anybody over here?
Sir, I have
Yes,
a doubt regarding the seventh
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
Sir, in this outstanding achievement column, do we have to write the rank, or if we were in top 10 students in our school?
You write that in case you were there. Let's say you stood second in the course, second in the university, third in the university. That you can write. Or you stood,
Sir,
or you got 100% marks in mathematics, or you got 100% marks in physics. Okay. So any of
Okay.
these
Okay,
achievements
sir.
over there, any achievement of that sort, like you were
Okay, sir.
overall merit was you were say 10th or 12th in the university or 20th in the university. Like I know of Jammu University, they give you first 20 positions. You can say I was 19th position in the university, or you got 100% marks, or you got a gold medal in particular some subject. You can write over there. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Anybody?
Yes,
Anybody?
sir. Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Okay. For 3 to 4 months, I've stayed in a hostel, and the rest of the month I have stayed in my own place along with my parents. So in that case, what should I write?
You write what was the final thing. Don't worry about that.
Okay, sir.
3 months in hostel, 8 months with a day scholar. You can write that way also.
Sir.
But to make it simpler,
Okay,
you write whatever was the final state. Finally, you were in boarding, or finally you were a day scholar. Yeah, Ria. Okay.
Sir, after my graduation, I pursued one diploma course in teaching. There is no column to there is no option to mention the other qualification except
No.
post-graduation.
Post-graduation oblique professional. Your
Sir,
teaching course is professional. Your teaching course is professional. You can write here.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
But sir, I have not received my master's degree yet. I completed it in November last year.
So you say over there, year is November 2019, result awaited. Medium of instruction English, day scholar, outstanding achievement, and NA, not applicable.
Okay, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Marks, division marks, you say result awaited.
Sir,
And
marks have, I know my marks, but I have not received the original certificates because they take at least 1.5 years to release the certificates.
So you write your marks if you know that. You say provisional certificate is given to me, and that if he asks you in this thing, you will tell him. IO asks you those questions. Tell him, sir, I've got the results. I know I've got 80% marks. However, the certificate is likely to take some time. It is not reached as yet.
Okay,
What is
sir. Thank
crucial
you.
certificate? Crucial certificate is graduation if you are a CDS applicant, or 10+2 if you are an NDA applicant. So these two certificates should be in your hand, provisional or final.
Plan?
You can mention it because he'll ask you some questions on this, and if you've done it well and you give good answers, it'll go for you in your way. Okay. What I
sir.
told you is, if you're preparing for CDS, graduation is more important. NDA 10+2 is more important. These two certificates you must have. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But if you put in the professional something extra, he might ask you some questions about that. So if you are prepared to answer the questions, write it. If not, then keep quiet. Okay.
Okay. And sir, in my graduation also, in my graduation, I got first with distinction in my final result, and
Yeah.
I took part in many curricular activities. So
Okay.
there I received many 2-3 medals in those
So
activities.
that will come
there is
later.
not enough place.
That will come later.
Yes, sir. Sir, in my first year of engineering, I reappeared for JEE Advanced and I cleared it with AIR 9701. So, in outstanding achievements, where should I write it? In 10+2 equivalent or graduation?
No. Your JEE exam is not coming here at all. JEE is your entrance exam, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And 9,000 something is not achievement, by the way, Nilakshi.
Okay, sir. Okay.
9,000 का rank जो है, ये कहाँ से achieve? My daughter got 500 plus, and yet she didn't get her choice in IIT. So she went to Boston University in US to do her graduation, BTech.
Okay, sir.
So how is 9,700 achievement? So don't even mention. But
Okay,
just say,
sir.
oh, yes, I appeared for JEE. That was my
Mhm.
rank, period. If he asks you a question, okay?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. Now, serial 8, your age.
Sir,
Yeah, bolo. Yeah.
sir, who should we fill as guardian in sixth column?
If your father, mother are there, then there's no guardian. Or unless, like your parents are in village and you're staying with your mama, chacha, taya, let's say in Delhi or some other place, then you can write guardian.
Okay, sir.
It is not a must. You can put a dash. Like there can be a situation that your parents are in a village or parents are abroad, you're staying in India or you're staying in a metropolitan city with your, let's say, some aunt or uncle working in some factory somewhere, and you're staying and studying with them, then you can write over here. Otherwise,
Okay,
not
sir.
required. Otherwise, put a dash. Okay, now serial 8, your age. Calculate your age into years and months. And if more than 15 days are there, you make a full age. Like you are 19 years, 6 months and 6 months and 20 days. So it make it 19 years and 7 months. If it is 19 years, 6 months and 10 days, so make it 19 years and 6 months. Understood? Then second is your height. Height you should write not in 5 feet 7 inches. Write in centimeters or 1.85 centimeters. Meters. 1.85 meters or 1.62 meters likewise. And similarly, weight in kilograms. Weigh yourself before going there. Then present occupation and present monthly income, if any. If you are working somewhere, what work are you doing and what is your income? If nothing is there, put dash away. Then next is number 9 now. Now comes your group adjustability. National Cadet Corps, NCC, in case you've done your C certificate, A certificate, B certificate, C certificate, first write yes or no. If answer is no, then down to all dashes. If answer is yes, then write how many years did you train in NCC. If you've done your C certificate, that means you've done 3 years training. If you've done your, let's say you not finished your C certificate as yet, you're in the final year, you can write 2 years, 6 months, 2 years, 7 months. Wing, Army Wing, Air Force, Navy, whatever. And your senior division, junior division. If you're CDS, it has to be senior division. If you participated in senior division, write that. If you are in junior division as well as senior division, write both JD and SD. Okay. And if there are any certificates A, B, C, write over here. Then serial 10. Participation in games and sports. Now this is important. Don't leave it blank. In your life, you would have played some game. It could be hockey, football, basketball, cricket, badminton, chess, table tennis, kho-kho, gulli danda, anything. Right over here. Then duration of participation. Yes, you've been playing it for 3 days, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You may not have represented your school. You may have played it in your mohalla. You may have played it in your gully. You may have played it on your terrace. So put a dash here. Outstanding achievement, if you represented your district or school, so right here, school team, cricket, school team, 2019. If it is nothing, put a dash. Any questions over here, 9 and 10?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in my recent interview, they have mentioned to carry an extracurricular activity certificate, any achievement, if any. So, sir, in some event, I have achievement, but I don't have any certificate.
Doesn't matter. You still write it. Doesn't matter. My point is no column should be blank. The IO or the psychologist should not get an impression that you do nothing. If nothing else, gulli danda to khela hi hoga. Lagdi tang kheli hogi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He is not interested in knowing a fancy game that you're playing golf or not. Of course, if you play golf, that's the added advantage. But if you are from a village, you're not expected to play golf. So you may have played gulli danda, you may have played Vishamrit, you may have played some local game right over there. Because aim is to tell you, look, when I am a child, in my younger years, yes, I do interact with the other boys and girls of my age. I do something with them. If nothing else, gudde guddiyon ka khel hi likho yahan pe. Okay? Some game, sports. Game is different, sport is different. So you write whatever is there. Aim is to tell them, look, whatever I have done, I have done something of that sort. So that is very important. खाली page नहीं छोड़ना है. But this number 3 and number 4 column जो है, this can be left blank. If you have not represented your school, college, university, it can be dash. If you not got any outstanding achievement, it can be dash. Because my aim is to know whether are you a socially adaptable person or not. Are you mixing around with other children or not? Because in any game, even if it's an individual game, let's say chess or this thing, at least 2 people are there. At least you're interacting with somebody. Okay, that is the purpose of this. Is that
So
correct?
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rohan sir. So in my game section, sports section, so I have played a lot of sports and I have many outstanding achievements. And so I tried to fill my form. So it got messed up filling up the outstanding achievements. So how can I tackle that? So I should list down those.
You should. That is why I say you have to practice writing this also. How many sports have you played?
So I played 6 sports and 3 I have
Okay.
represented.
Okay, listen to me. Bolo 6 कौन-कौन सी है name?
So badminton, basketball.
Okay, hold it. Badminton, put a slash, oblique. Basketball, next. Oblique.
Then football.
Football, put a slash, next.
So these 3 I have represented universities. Others
No,
are
no,
then
first-
kabaddi.
First you listen to me, yaar. You put all
Okay,
6
sir.
here, slash. Duration of
Okay.
participation, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Write all of them together. If you got too many of them. Ideally speaking, you write 1, then duration, representation, this thing, ideally speaking. But if you have
Okay, sir.
more, you put slash and write everything. But try and
Okay, sir.
write it 1, 1, 1, 1. Then 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. So 3 you have
Okay.
achievements. So you write 3 in 3. And rest 3 you write in 1 line. Okay. Kabaddi,
Okay, sir.
oblique basketball, oblique this thing. Duration 5 years. No representation, no outstanding achievement. Dash, dash. Understood?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but wherever you have outstanding achievement, write that in one full thing. Okay.
Fine, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Next
you, sir.
is your hobbies now. Now again, name of the activity group, participation in extracurricular. Now here is who asked me this question that I did a lot of other things in my school. Was it Ria? Ria?
Yes, sir.
Now here, this is where you put all those things. Whether you have done dramatics, debates, your what do you call hiking, adventure sports, whatever you've done, this is coming here. And
So,
same duration of part. Yeah.
So those certificates are in dancing or poster making, rangoli competition. I won prizes in model making,
So you write over here.
in exhibition.
Yeah, same thing as I said, as I told about sports also. Wherever you have an achievement, write 1, 1, 1. And where you don't have achievement, put them oblique. So that you can fill into the required form.
Okay, sir.
But it should be written neatly in capitals so that the guy who's reading understands it. Position of responsibility, offices held in NCC or Scouts, sports team. Now here, if you were there, any appointment like senior under officer, junior under officer, Scouts, right over here. And sports team, extracurricular activities groups, if you are captain of a cricket team, captain of a basketball team, or you were leader of debate, so right over here. Okay. Now next is nature of commission. What have you opted for? Have you opted for permanent commission PC, or it is short service commission, or is it technical entry? That you have to write. Choice of this. You want your choice, infantry, artillery, whatever. Right over here that. Which is your choice of service? Okay, within the Army, Navy, Air Force. So if you don't know about this, you can ask me. Otherwise, individually, I'll tell you what it is. Okay, number of chances availed for commission in all 3 services. So have you tried it before? How many times you tried taking interview for these services? So you write number of 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay. Okay. Details of previous interviews. Now this you must know. Here, last time when you went for it, if you're going for the first time, so you write dash, dash, dash. Previously, you haven't been there. Number of chances availed, nil. Means this is your first chance. Okay, anybody, any doubts on this? Because this is important again. No doubts? Are you able to listen to me? Say yes or no.
No doubt.
Yeah, Saurabh. This number 13 and 14 are columns which are trying to tell you whether have you been earlier or not. If your first chance, first time you're going, there is number of chances availed for commission in all three services, nil. And all dashes over here. But let's say you've been to the SSB once to write 1. And then serial number 1, type of entry. It was a technical graduate entry. It was a CDS entry. It was a university scheme entry, or whatever it was. And then SSB number. Like all SSBs, let's say you Allahabad, there are 5 SSBs Allahabad. There are 5 in Bhopal. So each SSB will have number. You write number 2, Air Force Selection Board, Dehradun, place also. And which date did you go there? So it was 5th April to 15th April or 13th April. And what was your chest number and batch number? You wrote your first serial was your batch number. You must remember that. Okay. So whether you were recommended, not recommended. Obviously not recommended. That is why you are here. Isn't it?
Hello, sir. Myself Manish.
Yeah, Manish, bolo.
Sir, I wanna ask. I got my placement the last year. So, sir, and my joining is on 1st of August. So, should I mention this in my present occupation and there?
No, you said no. Don't say present occupation, nil karo. You haven't joined us yet, na?
Yeah, 1st August I have my joining, and on 14th August is my SSP, AFSP.
So what you do is you write your occupation and write joining on 1st August 2020. So make it clear over there that I have got my placement, but I haven't joined us yet. I'll be joining on 1st of August. You can write that.
Sir, it's compulsory. I should write nil.
Pardon?
Sir, means I think to write nil will be good, na?
No, nil means then, you see, it is both ways. If you write that you got a placement as a so-and-so, so he might ask you some question on that. Like he might ask you, what question were you asked by the HR of that company before they selected you? So that will go in your favor if you give a correct answer. So if you are not confident of giving a proper answer, then you can write nil. But if you think that you got selected somewhere, that means you have a positive thing. But then usme he will ask you, if you are selected there, why do you want to join the army? So then you can tell him, sir, that is my plan B. At least I have something in my hand. So I'm not, if my primary aim is to join the armed forces, but yet I must have something else also in my hand. Should it not happen, I mean, though I'll go all out for it, take full this thing, but should it not happen, I've got something else ready with me. Okay. So this is how the point has to be twisted in your favor.
Okay.
I have the capability to do something else also, and I think about it. That is a good thing. Though my primary focus is always the armed forces.
Okay, sir.
That I'll tell you when the interview starts. When he asks you why do you want to join the armed forces, you can give reasons for that. But should it happen that I'm not selected, then I have at least some plan B in hand. I'm not on the roadside. Okay. So this is your PIQ. I said download this form and try filling it up. And still you have some problems, doubts come to your mind, come back to me on this. Yeah, Ria, ask a question now.
Sir, in the 12th one, second option, choice of service, I have applied for three choices, administration, logistics and accounts. So should I mention the only one or should I mention all the three in the order of preference?
Mention all the three in order of preference. Good. You tell others also, sir. If you are going for Air Force, you have choices of administration, oblique, logistics, oblique, accounts. Okay.
Okay.
So you should write that. Fathers also. Okay. Similarly, if you're going for the army, artillery, infantry, armored corps, signals, ordnance, etc. If you're going for the navy, then it is executive branch, submarines branch, your logistics branch, your education branch, all those things. Go on the internet, you'll find all these services within the Army, Navy, Air Force. You will know what exactly you're looking for. And you should have some idea about that particular thing. Because he will ask you this question. Okay, you want to join the executive branch of Navy, what does it involve? Tell him, sir, executive branch is sailing and fighting a war. Logistics branch is giving logistic cover to the fighting force. Joining the admin of the Air Force is doing ground duties. Joining the accounts of the Air Force is accounts branch, accounts only. Okay, is that clear to all of you? Yeah,
Yes,
Yuvraj,
sir.
you have. Yeah, Yuvraj, you have a question. Yuvraj, you have a question. Yuvraj Singh. No.
Sir,
Okay, anybody?
sir, a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, as the earlier speaker mentioned about the placement, sir, I too got two placement offers. So where should I mention it? As you told that it can be in our favor.
Present occupation. Present
Oh.
occupation and personal monthly income. You can say present occupation, whatever, monthly income nil. Then you write joining on 1st of August. That means I have not joined it as yet. But let's say you got a placement as a, let's say, sales executive or front desk executive somewhere. So write that. And he might ask you, firstly, your placement is a positive achievement with you. So he will feel good, but he'll ask you questions. What exactly it means, you can tell him what it is. Then he'll ask you if you got placement, why do you want to join the army? Then you should be telling him, okay, look, my primary focus is army because it is adventurous life, honest life, this life, that life, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. However, if it doesn't happen for some reason, then at least I have some backup with me. So that is how it has to be handled.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, my name is Yuvraj Singh.
Yeah.
Sir, I am presently I have passed my 12th class this year, and I have a confusion that I am applied for that NDA exam, and should I apply for that universities or not?
Which university you want to apply for?
Sir, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar.
Yeah, you have to go for your. You have passed your class 12. You have to apply for college. If you don't get into NDA, what happens? College में admission तो लेना ही लेना है. तो ले लो. क्या problem है उसमें? उसमें क्या problem है? You have to take admission, यार. Yeah.
But sir, I am not understanding which course I should. Somebody says that BTech is good for armed forces and BA is not good for armed forces. If you want to increase your chances and take a BTech and not, but I am somewhere, I am a lack of mathematics, so I want to take BA, but somebody says that I should take a BTech so that my chances will be increased for the selection.
If you haven't got mathematics, how will you do BTech? You cannot do it. And if you are BA, you still can get into armed forces. Only thing is, if you are BSc science, then your options increase. Like there are a lot of branches in the Army, Navy, and Air Force in which if you are not a science graduate, like in Navy, if you are not an engineer science graduate, you will not be taken at all. Air Force, certain branches you may be allowed. Army, certain branches you may be allowed. But if you have of course, in class 10th, 12th, if you have taken maths, physics, then your chances would increase. I mean, you have more options. That is it. But if you can't do mathematics and you want to do BA, your choice of arms will be limited. There will be less number of branches which you can join. But you can still be selected. That's not an issue at all. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
Yes. Hello, sir. I am Saksham.
Okay, Saksham, bolo.
Sir, I have a doubt that I have got National Science Olympiad certificate. I got school rank 1 in 11th class. So should I mention it in educational record?
This particular thing will, just a minute, this will come into your professional serial 7 educational record. You not done post graduation, professional, you write over there, institution, board, over here, Science Olympiad, which school were you in, which board, same year, what percentage, medium instruction, same, and final achievement is that you got whatever certificate. That will come in this serial 7, last one, professional achievement.
Sir,
yes.
Sir, I have a certificate from United Nations. It is
On
regarding environment.
Okay.
Environment. So, sir, where should I mention it?
What environment exactly is this?
Sir, it was about raising awareness about the environment and planting seeds. different seeds and growing different types of plants.
Serial 11, hobbies and interest, right over here. Activity है ना ये? It is an activity.
Yes, sir.
Planting
Yes,
seeds.
sir.
Duration लिखो.
Yes, sir.
Outstanding right, United Nations certificate. This thing. Big letters. United Nations certification on whatever. So this will be
sir.
serial 11. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anybody
Yes, sir.
else questions?
Sir, participation in the college fest comes under which column?
What participation in college?
Sir, in the security head and also organizing the gaming activities in college fest.
Yeah, this is a college fest. Okay. Serial 11. These are all group activities, isn't it? Name of
Yes,
the activity group. Just read. Hobbies and interests is serial 11B. And C is name of the activity and group. So whether you've done college fest, you've done some dramatics, you've done some kind of debates, etc. Everything comes here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else? Anybody else?
Hello, sir.
Oh, yes.
So it's Ajay Thakur, sir.
Acha, Ajay, okay, bolo.
Sir, we can add our adventurous sports also, sir. For example, like river rafting. In which point we should add it?
Yeah, this is part of sports. Adventure
Okay, sir.
sports बोलते हैं ना. Games and sports में adventure आएगा serial 10.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
But remember, it is always capitals neat, so that chap should be able to understand. Even if you have bad handwriting, when you write neatly in capital letters, it'll be this thing, because it is going to give you dividends.
Okay, sir.
So it
Thank
should
you,
not
sir.
happen just because of your bad handwriting or spelling mistakes. Spelling mistakes, you lose out on this. Okay, Niharika, you want to ask question?
Yes, sir. I have a question. Sir, I have my NCC certificate and I have got the bronze medal in my shooting activity in my national camps in NCC. Where I
Serial
where I
number
put-
9. Serial number 9 is only NCC training. You have this. Which directorate have you when you won the bronze medal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Which directorate are you?
Yes, sir.
Which directorate are you?
I'm from the Odisha Directorate.
Okay. And this was where Mavlankar medal, or it is your local?
It was sir, Nausanic All India Nausanic camp at Karwar.
Okay, good. So you should mention over here bronze medal in shooting.
Yes.
Bronze medal in shooting, All India Nausena camp at Karwar. Because this is a big achievement, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. तो इसमें ये जरूरी ये नहीं लिखना कि ब्रॉन्ज मेडल इन शूटिंग यहाँ खत्म नहीं करना है. It is to be written All India Nausena camp Karwar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a NIC National Integration National Camp, which is always at Karwar, and is important, very prestigious event which you have done. This will go on a big manner. Are you a Navy Opti, Army, Navy, Army Opti or Navy or Air Force? Your SSB is for which service? Are you going for Navy, Army, Air Force?
Sir, I'm going for Army.
Yeah, but still, since even if it is a naval camp, but still this is going to be a big achievement. So must mention it very clearly. Yeah, anybody else?
Sir? Hello?
Yeah, bolo, yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, I was pursuing my education from a CBSE board till my 11th class. But in 12th, I pursue my 12th in Punjab board, state board. So should I mention this in my interview, or state board? I should say that I have completed my 12th in Punjab board.
You do not have anything to say of this sort. Serial 7 is very clear. The 10th class certificate yours is for CBSE. Okay, so right over here. Then there's 10 plus 2 is from Punjab board, right? Punjab board. There's no need to mention it. It automatically will understand that you shifted from CBSE to Punjab board. It automatically means that. So you don't have to worry about that.
Sir, I always have this in mind that wherever means it doesn't affect our selection procedure that I am from state board and somebody else with me is from a CBSE or ICSE board.
I am saying even if you are from a most rural background, from the border belt, where you haven't even seen a train or you haven't seen a Hawaii Jahaz, you still have those 15 qualities in you. It doesn't matter. Those 15 qualities are important. As long as you display those 15 qualities, no matter where you come from, you'll be selected.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
next.
sir, a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, by recently filling the PIQ form for the sports section, my outstanding achievement section was getting overfilled, sir. There was no space for writing it. Sir, is there any method, right?
I told you that whichever game you have outstanding, you write in one line. You can make a font smaller, and rest of the space you put oblique, oblique, oblique. Okay, as long as you convey that cricket, state level, basketball, district level, badminton, national level, and that can be oblique, oblique, you can write, put a slash and keep writing. You have to finish it in this space only. And in case you still feel that thodi jagah nahi bachi hui, whatever this empty space available, you can go on it. But it should be neat. It should not become a ruckus. The chap who's reading the paper, he should be able to read it properly. Is that
Yes,
clear?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
then when he asks you a question, then you explain to him. If you put like this, he'll definitely ask you. You got so many achievements, there was no place for you to write it down. Please explain to me what it is. So you tell them at that time. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Chalo.
Sir,
What
I have
else?
doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, I have played football from my childhood time, but since from my childhood, but I have never played it at any level. Means never represented.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The serial 10A.
Then what should I? Then what should I
serial-
mention in that column, sir?
That is what I'm
Representation
saying.
wala.
That is what I'm saying. 10A, game, sports, right, football, duration of participation, 15 years, represented school, nil, dash, outstanding achievement, dash, period.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Sir,
But you
if I
must-
have played with
you
my
must-
friends at my locality, at my colony, then should I mention?
Were you sleeping? I told even if you played Lagdi Tang with your mohalla, on your chat, on your gully, please mention it.
Okay, sir.
अगर लगड़ी टांग भी खेली है, विश्व अमृत खेला है, गुल्ली डंडा खेला है, टापू खेला है, सब लिखो यहाँ पे.
Okay, sir.
Because what he is wanting to know is कि are you a social kid or not? अपने घर
Yes,
में
sir.
अकेले तो नहीं बैठे रहते हो. He is not asking you that you are a national sportsman. If you are a national sportsman, you will be selected, and you will. If you are not national sportsman, you will. It's not that. He is just wanting to know आपका factor 2 and factor 3 जो OLQs का है, वो है कि नहीं है. And he you say, sir, मैंने तो लंगड़ी टांग खेली थी सर. रोज शाम को अपने छत पे खेलते थे हम, अपने घर के छत पे. ठीक है, तो पूछा कितने बच्चे थे सर. वी यूज्ड टू बी 12 of us. हम 2 घंटे खेलते थे.
डांट पड़ रही है.
So say that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next question. Okay, if you have no question, we'll proceed forward. So this PIQ is clear. Now sit down writing. Write it once or twice in black capital letters. Should you still have a problem, get back to me. Okay. Okay. Now that we have a very limited time left, so I'll just touch upon the SD. The SD is self-description. I've got only 3 minutes left. So I'll just tell you, you all will write SD and note down the columns. In this self-description, you have to write what others think of you. The first column should be, I am Niharika. I am from Allahabad. I study in so-and-so school in class 12. And I'm aspiring to join NDA, or I'm aspiring to join IMA or OTA. So this is your first column. Second, you write, my father is Mr. So-and-so, Shri so-and-so. He is this thing, my mother is so-and-so, and my parents feel this about me. They feel that I'm a very outgoing person. They have a lot of this thing for me. Whatever you feel, parents feel about you, write all that. Similarly, next is what your teachers think about you. And then your friends think about you. Then what you think you are. And finally, what are your aims in life? And then in the aims in life, yes, I want to become a defense services officer, rise very high. And, and what are the shortcomings? But I feel that my communication skills are a little weak. Don't say communication skills are bad. They're a little weak, or maybe, I have a problem of getting up in the morning, but I'm trying my level best. I'm trying to organize myself so that I can do well. So this is the format. First is introduction about yourself. Second is what your parents think about you. Then is what teachers think about you. Then what your friends think about you, and what you yourself think you are. And finally, what are your aims in life? So this is what you have to write. So all of you write it down and one by one send it to me. I'll have it discussed in one of the sessions. Whenever we get time, we'll do about this also. Is that clear to you, all of you? Now, if you are not studying and if you are employed, the only thing is, instead of teachers and friends, write your employer and your subordinates what think about you. So if you're a student, what your teachers and your friends think about you. But if you are working somewhere, what your employer thinks about you and what your subordinates and your friends, peers think about you. Okay, that is the only difference. So this is how you prepare one thing and post it to me. Tell Varun sir to sort of nominate somebody to sort of collate and give it to me in one mail. Is that clear? You all can do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, only 1 minute is left. I am giving you the headings once again. If you are a student, introduction about yourself, what your parents think about you, what teachers think about you, what friends think about you, what you think about yourself, and what are your aims. And if you are employed, instead of teachers and friends, it should be your employer and your subordinates and your peers. That is the only difference. Is that clear to all of you? So
Yes,
write
sir.
it down. Tomorrow when you come, tomorrow we have a class on PPDT, so screening and PPDT. But before that, we'll spend 10-15 minutes on this. Okay? But you all should have written your self-description yourself on under these headings. And you should have written it properly. Okay?
So what's the timing for tomorrow?
Same time, 5 o'clock. Every day, 5 o'clock. That's what you people have decided, isn't it? So 5 to 7 we'll sit tomorrow.
Okay,
any doubts,
thank you, sir.
Chalo, all the best. And be there in time. You should be
Thank
there
you,
at
sir.
4:45. 4:45 you should log on.
Okay, sir.
So that we don't waste time.